Welcome back. This morning we're heading out to Nelson, Nevada. We're going to do the Copper Cache Trail. With me today is Chris with his Lexus LX. He was in my last video where we did Little Devil's Peak. So he got beat up pretty bad. His vehicle did. Scraped up, banged up. It was in pretty pristine condition before we started, but he didn't seem to mind too much. So he came back today for some more punishment. This trail is, like I said, just outside of Nelson, Nevada. I haven't been on it before, but it's supposed to have some pretty good waterfall ledges to climb, so it should be a lot of fun. We'll see what we find.
I've been airing down to 14 or 15 psi lately. That seems like a good pressure with this wheel and tire combination. This is a pretty short but action-packed trail. It starts out with this first obstacle, an uneven ledge that is similar to the many that follow. Chris, in his mostly stock Lexus, doesn't have the ground clearance or underbody protection that I do. He has to take things a little easier so that he doesn't cause more damage than necessary. Oh, and speaking of damage, there will be some on this trail, so keep watching.
Yep. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming.
The walls of the trail close in tight toward the beginning. The overhanging rocks create a small, beautiful canyon. The town of Nelson, Nevada used to be called El Dorado. The mines that created this boomtown produced gold, silver, copper, and lead. This was an active mining area from 1859 to 1945. These old remains are interesting, but the numerous mine shafts, known and unknown, are really dangerous. This clean sandstone provides great traction for climbing these ledges. But this great traction has a downside. I'll explain later.
Okay, you're okay right now. Just keep coming. More driver. Yep. Okay. Yep, now you're going to come up. There you go. Now passenger. Passenger. Yep. Yep, keep coming. Yep, you're good. Yep, totally good.
This is the highest ledge on the trail, and it is practically at the end of the trail. There is a shorter option to the left of this, but I wanted to go for the gold. It took me a few attempts to find a line that would allow me to climb the wall. Okay, I've got this, I thought.
Go faster a little bit?
Yeah. Further. And then come up. Or come up over it, yeah.
Watch my left front wheel. The spinning wheel turned in slightly, grabbing all the great traction on the nice sandstone, bent my left front tie rod like an overcooked noodle.
Meant to tie rod a little bit. So 5 hours later, we got our parts. Chris and I, we were able to get it all fixed up. Got a new tie rod on there. Just need to pick up a cotter pin to go in the castle nut and head back into town and get in alignment. So pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Here's the bent one. That is not going to work. And then also that ripped out of there. So bad news. It's obviously a weak point, but I'm glad that broke, other than something else that would have been harder to replace or more expensive. It really wasn't that bad once we found the parts. So anyways.
Copper Cache Trail is just south of Las Vegas. It's short and fun, and I would love to do it again someday. I learned that I need to carry more spare parts and more tools on these rides. Replacing the tie rod was a simple task that should not have caused 5 hours of inconvenience. I'm glad I wasn't doing the trail alone. A big thanks to Chris for all of his help. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next adventure.